Okay. How we doing? Why y'all ask me questions? Because y'all hiding in there and got all your little watch spots. So. Huh? You act like you don't.
I just got here. Where's all the hot spots?
Yeah, tell me where the hot spots are.
Where's the best place to go?
Sit in your office next
Let me tell you something. You're worse liars than they are when they're trying to get
Huh? I didn't see anything today, I promise. I did, I promise.
I'm gonna do what you gotta do when a coach says something wrong. Man, I find out the truth, I'm gonna blast you on it.
He's like the Meet the Parents dad. You can just tell when you're lying by looking at you.
Oh, I know.
I swear I didn't say anything today.
No, but it was a good hot day. Some good and bad. Got to get more consistent. But both sides flashed. Some of the young guys at times really flashed. For the most part, quarterbacks played pretty consistently. Like a few little things I want to get cleaned up. But Pender ran the ball well. We saw Pender. We gave him quite a few carries. And then later got him out and then got him back in there in some situation stuff. I thought he looked good. Tight ends a little banged. At times they're making really good plays, and got to be more consistent. Wideouts really had some good things, but then there's some little things on third downs, just on little routes and things that got to get cleaned up if we're going to, be able to run that football. When you run the football like I think we can do, you've got to be able to pick up a lot of 3rd and 3 to 5s and stuff like that. And there's a lot of detail in little routes that we've got to get cleaned up in our passing game. Defensively, Jalen flashed at me. Nobody else really. DeMarcus Walker at times. Sweat. Again, I'll look and see on the film, but we'll have to look and see where we're at. Got better, improved, still not, typical stuff. Got to get better with that.
I know you said for you the second scrimmage was about situational play. What improvements did you see in situational play?
Well, I'll wait till I can't tell till I watch the film. I really can't tell all that. We calling plays and doing things and getting substitutions. I'll have to wait to evaluate the film before I can truly give you that answer.
Wide receiver seems like you're happier with that.
Well, they made more plays, but still, we had about 3 holding calls on run plays.
Okay.
Then we're trying to block. You block and give effort, but then you can't be. You got to once a guy gets an 8-yard gain, you got to let it go. And I know it's because they want to, but want to and smarts is 2 different things. You got to play intelligent. You got to play football with intelligence and understand the situation.
What needs to happen between now and Texas State to get that cleaned up, you think?
A lot of coaching, a lot of learning. You got to practice field, keep going.
Jimbo, you really take on the quarterbacks, how they did?
As far as, I think their numbers will come out really good, but there's a lot of things, game management, I want to get cleaned up. Some more consistency, just in more eye discipline, where we're taking our eyes on things. For the most part, I thought the run game checks and things like that were relatively good. I think there might have been 1 or 2 little things that I'll wait to see the film that I'll look at. But for the most part, it seemed pretty well.
In relation to the receivers and the quarterbacks, are you guys having the big chunk plays? You guys did a really good job of that last year.
We did. We made chunk plays. Today we did. We hit some big plays. Now I got to look wide. There's some really nice throws and ball, a couple nice catches. So we'll look and see.
How's Ermon Lane coming along?
Up and down. Made one big long catch today. It's got to play more consistency, more urgent. You got to bend more. You got to play with this pad level too high.
You mentioned DeMarcus Walker. What have you seen grow from him maybe from this time last year?
A lot more consistency and an urgency. Even though he's just growing, he's a leader and he sees himself as a leader and trying to take that responsibility.
So today would be significant for the quarterbacks. Was there a separation today, or you still need to go watch the film?
I got to watch the film.
But overall,
I'm actually I'll name it when I tell you I'm going to name it. So next time you ask me, I'm going to tell you.
Hey, but you know,
check your notes. Well, I'm going to
ask it.
I'm going to say check your notes.
It's fine. So we'll start off every session next time.
Check your notes. I might not answer.
Everybody's been getting.
Anybody wear some purple shirt out here?
There you go.
Purple. That's enemy color. Yeah, go.
Who, Clemson?
Yeah.
Orange. They're semi-purple.
It's not Clemson week.
Does this guy follow college football?
I'm not a fan of purple jerseys.
Exactly right. Yes. What we got?
Beverly's been getting more run with the ones. How's he doing?
Nah, today he had some snap. He had some snap issues. Cost us the ones the first drive. We were driving right down the field and got down on a bad snap. Cost us a drive. He had 2 or 3 bad snaps on the day. And that's something that happened that you take for granted. He hadn't been doing, but he did today.
How much of a stress has it been to try to find that right combination? Not so much just at center, but the O-line as well.
Oh, it's a challenge, man. That's a huge. People have no idea. That's why the multiplicity of people you put in. Now we got to start making some choices to go with it. You know what I mean? We got to live with our choices.
Would you say maybe O-line's kind of been the hardest part of the team to kind of fill holes, or has there been something that's maybe a little bit more difficult?
Well, I look at it, they're all difficult. There's more multiples there. I mean, more people. So I guess from that standpoint, you'd probably say that.
Chemistry, I'm sure, is important everywhere, but on the offensive line, where they're moving as such a cohesive unit, how much are you looking for that right combination?
Oh, you had that. I mean, that is the critical thing. We had a chance for a big play today, but we didn't pass a call down where the guard pulled, and he was up inside. And we wanted him to pull long, but the call didn't get to him. You know what I mean? They made it out there, and just Simon was right, but little things like that. That's critical. And when you get 83,000 people in here yelling, it becomes tougher.
So with 2 weeks till the game, you have to lock in a little bit and hit those 5 on?
We will. We got to have 8. You got to have 8 to at least keep a rotation. If we got more than that, we'll be good. I mean, that's what the NFL travels. I mean, you got to have 8 guys. You got to have 8 guys, and we got to start isolating those 8. We'll have 10 in the rotation, but we do have to start isolating. And we have to start making some choices about whether some film.
Is that another thing the quarterbacks kind of have to deal with too? Is having guys in front of them?
There's no doubt who you're in there with, what receiver, how the snap goes. That's sometimes you judge the quarterbacks. I'm not in a hurry, because sometimes the guys around them are causing their problems, so it's unfair to really judge them. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important that some of those guys got to get their stuff cleaned up. That's why I'm pushing them so hard.
Those first few weeks, would you be willing to rotate linemen in the game, or would you need to have 5?
I'll do whatever we have to do to win.
It seemed like these guys responded to the yellow brick road.
Well, we'll see. I'll watch that film and say, get a little better on some things. Maybe. That's not just an overnight deal. So that's a continual process.
Getting closer to the Wizard.
And we'll see. We ain't to the Wizard yet, I promise you that. We still fighting the Wicked Witch.
One more.
How's the continuity going between the quarterbacks and the centers? Is he, Everett and Alec are here?
Good. I mean, underneath's been good. The shotgun snaps is where we've been off a little bit. And that's a real problem. It's like, because it takes the quarterback's eyes off from downfield, it's hard to grab and regroup back, what you're doing. So, but there's a bunch of good ones, but there's a few we got to get cleaned up.
Is it hard for the centers to kind of gain kind of a continuity with the quarterbacks?
No,
everybody's switching over?
Snap the ball right behind you, 5 yards, about neck high. They're all about the same size. They ain't moving.
Is this common to have when you're trying to evaluate quarterbacks? You've said throughout your whole career you've had a few quarterbacks. Is this the first time where the pieces around it have made it this tough to try to evaluate those guys?
No. I've had a bunch of those. I've had quite a few of those. That's part of the decision-making process, because sometimes the result doesn't always tell you what you need to know.
Jimbo, you talked the kickoff lunch. One of the things you talked about was the young players learning how to work the way maybe previous teams have. Is that something that 2 weeks into camp is a concern, or?
Not a concern, but it's about expected. I mean, it's about and a lot of those guys were in the same place when they were like that. I mean, like I say, not working, but Telvin, that knucklehead, I love him to death. That knucklehead drove me nuts for about 2 years. But I loved him. I mean, you knew he wanted to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But they all those guys went through it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not anything of major. No, it's very not. All right. We good?